All right, so we are now live with Ash and Camille and Emmy, and then I'm Kay. And so let's get started. Let's talk about the Walking Dead Season 6 premiere. What are your initial thoughts? Let's start with Ash.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I liked it. I didn't love it. I think the flashbacks were a bit much. I did not like the black and white. It felt like I was watching Pleasantville. Um, I mean, I got why they had to do it because people are dumb, and you have to show them the difference between present and past. But I didn't like it. Um, I really liked Eugene. I liked Heath. I kind of like where they're going with Abraham and Sasha. I think I don't know what they're doing, but I like where it is right now. Um, I of course hated Rick and Jesse. I wish she would just die. Whatever. Whatever.
That
And
scene was so long. Like it
it felt like it was
felt
long.
really long compared to like everything else. It felt really long.
I was just like, why are they doing this to me? But I knew it was gonna happen, so whatever.
Yeah.
But I just really love Rick and Morgan a lot. I love the scene with him and Judith and on the porch when Michonne's watching. That's my favorite part. So I'm happy. I'm not like scared for this season, which I was worried. So I'm glad I don't have to be worried right now.
Yeah, I mean, compared to last season, it's not as emotional. Like we didn't have the reunions. There was a lot of action, but there wasn't a lot of stuff blowing up, so maybe not quite as exciting. And there was only like one death, really. So yeah, it wasn't like it was an okay premiere, but it wasn't like as amazing as I guess I was expecting, or like compared to season 5. So
Yeah, for sure.
I
It's
I
kind of
don't
the
know, but I actually liked it. I liked the black and white because I'm a big black and white movie fan,
right.
and I had an idea where they were going because in black and white you're supposed to like it's the past, and I liked it. I liked the way that they used the colors to show like okay this is what happened before, and this is what we're doing right now. Um, I actually enjoy each scene as they're like interlocked with each other to the very moment where they see the horde in at the bottom of the hill. I think what they were trying to do when you saw the horde in like black and white is it was supposed to look like it went on forever. Like you're supposed to look at it from like okay, so it's a trench and they're all at the very bottom, but from like the camera angle where they were up on the hill, it was like meant for you to like, oh my god, this like it seems forever, but it wasn't. But I think I got what they were trying to do with that, and it kind of scared me a little bit because I was like, how is this community gonna come actually work together and figuring out how to save themselves because they're like it kind of remind me of it's they kind of remind me of like what Carol said last season, their children, because they need direction, and it was I was just worried. I was worried for Team Family. That's what I was worried for. So and it worked out up until the very end when that horn went off. Oh,
yeah, the ending was really surprising. Like I guess I was expecting something, but I wasn't expecting it to be like, oh god, like we thought the trouble would be the zombies there, but actually it's back home. So let's see what's going on. So it looks like Camille says, I agree. I was expecting a bit more from the Morgan and Rick interactions. I love the straight-faced joking between Morgan and Michonne. Love Glenn this episode too. I'm hoping to see some Carl and Michonne in the next episode.
okay, right. But you know what? I I really don't know how to explain myself, especially this part when there was like lack of communication between everybody there. I think Rick didn't want Carl to be there because he I can't see him being the leader and have to constantly look over his shoulder to see if actually Carl was like right there with the group. it was just better for actually Carl to be home and wait until when he returned. So I was actually not surprised Carl didn't make an appearance in this episode, considering what he's like going through mentally. I mean, I'm under the impression that he's going through something with Enid and, you know, trying to figure out what's going on between them two and
Was that his only scene with Enid?
Yep.
yeah, he was climbing.
Okay.
Yeah, he was climbing up a little house to get to her, which was kind of cute.
How many guys have you watched it? I only got to see it once.
I watched it like 2.5 times because there's a lot of stuff I can skip over. So I've watched parts like 3 times.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
probably,
I watched it twice because I wanted to know what everyone was talking about as far as earlier this afternoon when uh, it was actually a conversation between you, Ash, and some who was it, Royal Richonne on Tumblr, about Rick was the one who ended it, or not ended it, but said that, you know, between him and Jesse,
yeah.
he started saying that, like, listen, it's right here. I think, you know, nothing is gonna happen between us. And then she goes in and talk about Ron, and you know, I was like, oh my goodness, Jesse, is this? I can see why. I can see why Pete became an alcoholic. I
Oh
know that's
God.
really wrong. I know that's really wrong to say, but to make the conversation about you was just crazy.
I
She,
just didn't like the way she made it like Rick was trying to hurt Ron. Like she clearly saved his life, and Rick didn't bring that up, which I'm glad for. But it was just the way Jesse's written is so ridiculous. In that moment, why are you mad at him?
right, exactly. That's how I felt. Like she made it all about her, and it's like, no, he's trying to talk about what could have didn't happen. Thank God between them, and like I'm gonna be focusing on what I just saw over that gulch or that trench with all those walkers, and you know, yeah, I want to help the community. I think he was talking about everyone as a whole, and she was thinking of herself. She only included Ron because of the fact that last season everyone was complaining about, like, is Sam the only child all of a sudden? So just it was just silly. It was silly. It was silly, and I'm just glad that Rick was like, okay, whatever.
I
I
just
don't
feel
know.
like
For me, it doesn't matter what Rick said or what Jesse said. Just the fact that they had a scene together annoys me, and it just kind of feels like this is the way it's going to be until I guess the mid-season finale. Like they're going to have the scene like every episode, even if it's them not being together romantically or whatever. There's the fact that they just have a scene together is like the writers want us to think that, oh, they should get together. Like they're doing this like push-pull thing with them, like will they, won't they, which I find really annoying.
yes, I do too. Even because but I'm pretty sure they're going to do something just because it won't make sense. Spoiler alert, if she, you know, whatever happens with them in this mid-season finale, if they're not closer than they are now. Obviously, they put this kind of rift between them, and it's obviously going to be fixed before then. And I'm just really not looking forward to it, like, at all.
Okay. Can we talk about how amazing Michonne had looked in the archway with while Rick and Morgan was chatting outside?
Yeah, that was the best scene of the episode for me. Like that scene saved it for me. Like I
Yeah.
was kind of like bored, really. And that was the only thing that like kind of perked me up. It was like, yay. They're in a
Well,
scene together,
people
kind of.
people were saying that she should have said something in that moment when Rick invited Morgan to stay in their home. But I thought that her body language spoke I'm saying volumes because it really did. I mean, here she is, you know, in her element. She's in her home, and she's she has a cup in her hand and she's all relaxed. I mean, she just looks so just she was just amazing. And it was like in her body language, it was just like, yeah, we're okay with you staying, with us. That's like enough for, like for you to stay because, you were a Rick friend whatsoever. And then when Morgan was like, if there's room, I don't know if it was me, but I could have swore that camera turned and panned to Michonne as he said that. Like, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, Rick and
Yeah, he
Michonne
needs
will
to
be
get
in their
permission
room
from her,
together. I just,
not just Rick.
yeah. So it was just, I was like, okay, see, I can see that they're, I guess it's maybe foreshadowing or the fact that, okay, you guys need to get ready. Rick and Michonne, it's going to happen. Gonna happen. They're gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm fine with the scene the way that it was. I just wish there were other scenes where like Rick and Michonne actually like talked about something other than the mission, or like they had a little joke or something. I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't like I don't know how to explain it. I guess I just felt no, I can't explain it, but
No, I know exactly what you're saying. I just felt I don't know. I guess maybe I actually like this episode because I got a lot of Rick and Michonne focus parts. However, there wasn't like that much communication between them, but they were together and he was constantly seeking her out. Like I think he just it wasn't like a verbal yes or no. I think he just needed to actually see her. Just because I'm so big on body language. I'm like so huge on that, and I just feel like they're just so in sync with each other. It's like you don't have to say anything because I know what you're gonna say or what you will say or you know I don't know, but I'm just okay.
I was okay with the lack of talking because I feel like they don't really need to talk in order for it to be like clear that they're communicating. So I was fine with the scenes as long as they were side by side. But my question, why do you guys think that they had Michonne in that scene with Rick and Morgan? Because she didn't say anything and they made it a point to show her at certain times. So what do you guys think is the point of that?
Um, Two things. One, Morgan has completely replaced Daryl.
Thank God.
Yes, because normally it had always been, as you know, Rick, Daryl, Michonne. And then
Mhm.
it was Rick, Michonne, Carl, Daryl. It was that's what we saw. And then up until when they got to the Alexandria zone. And it was just pretty much Rick, Daryl, Carl. However, I think they're just letting us know that this is the three that they're going to be focusing on. That could be one. The second is my let me put my shipper glasses on. You know,
Mhm.
I was thinking, Morgan would be like to Rick, you got a good woman right there. He's gonna be like, you have everything. You have your kids. You have this woman who's amazing with your kids. I'm just like, yes, talk to him. It's like, tell him. I don't know. I just feel like I just feel that's how I saw it. It could be that they're the new three of the Walking Dead.
Mhm.
The focus
they were
three.
definitely an awesome threesome in this episode. Like
Yeah.
everything that they did together was great.
Yeah, but not when he got all judgy. I didn't like that. I didn't like the whole judgy thing. That was too much for me. I was like, look, 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 look. You killed people back over in Rick's hometown. I mean, and I saw someone on Twitter was saying that Michonne was also given that whole judgy look when after Rick left and it was just Morgan and Michonne talking, but I didn't see that at all because it's like in season 3, she killed a hermit because he was screaming. You know, the guy at that house who was screaming and having the walkers come to the house when we were heading to Woodbury.
Right.
She killed him. Yeah, so it's like she did what she needed to do. Like Rick did what he needed to do. It was a parallel scene, and I was fine with that. But then Morgan just had to ruin it when he was like looking at Rick all judgmental and like, dude, we could have done something. I'm like, it's on his face. He's gonna die.
I don't know. I didn't think of it as being judgment, or that look was judgmental. I thought the look was just like, I guess I'm sorry that you had to be the one to do this, because we were just talking about how, like, Rick realized that he didn't have to kill Pete, that he was going to die anyway. And then when, like, Carter gets bitten, Rick has to kill him, kind of, when he just said, like, he didn't have to. Maybe it was. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think they were judging him. I think they were just trying to, like, I don't know. I don't think they were judging him.
Hey, Camille, what do you mean by the sprinkles and whipped cream?
What?
I have my group chat on. I have my group chat on, because in case anybody was actually chatting in the group. And she said, yes, I did actually like the planning scene as well. The sprinkles and whipped cream was oh, never mind, I get it now. I'm sorry. Now that I'm reading out loud. The sprinkle and whipped cream was that Michonne picked up the plan immediately and volunteered first. What about that quick shutdown of Gabriel? Camille, that was my best, one of my best laughs for the night. That night, that was funny.
That was a laugh out loud moment.
Yeah.
He shut down Gabriel, but then he let Nicholas come, who was equally as dangerous as far as he knows. That was just really funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but he doesn't have the full story about Nicholas. Like, Glenn told him, you know, that Nicholas wasn't very good, but then even after Nicholas tries to kill Glenn, he doesn't say anything. So I guess it's kind of like a tacit approval of Nicholas. And when Nicholas volunteers, Glenn still doesn't shut him down. So I can kind of see why Rick would be okay with Nicholas joining if Glenn hasn't said anything against it. Whereas, like, everybody knows that Gabriel is useless, so he can shut him down.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my goodness. That was funny. That was funny. Eugene eavesdropping. Poorly eavesdropping was another funny one. I mean, really. Oh my god, I can't even bring it up and I'll start laughing. That was great.
But when they caught him and he's just like, "Hello, I did that. I couldn't."
That was awesome.
Oh my god, he's awesome.
That was awesome. He was, you know, he played the scene real well, especially at the gate. I mean, and then to bring up Holly using him like that, I was like, oh damn.
Have we seen Holly yet? I still don't know what this woman looks like, but they keep talking about her.
No,
okay.
Which is, I don't know why, but it's yeah, she's not been on screen yet.
Yeah, but just that alone, and you know, and it was just, that was, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. It's great. Eugene was really good in this episode.
He was. My favorite was when he told me, he's like, I respect the hair game, and then he just looks around like, why am I here?
Exactly. You've been had.
Okay.
You've been had.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up a question and I wanted to ask you guys, but I guess I can't seem to find it.
Well, I've got a question. How did you feel about, like, in the trailer when Rick is like, I can't remember, he says, like, you thought you could take this from Glenn, from Michonne, from Daryl, from me. And it was, like, really, like, exciting. But then, like, when we see it in the episode, we realize that he's talking to Carter and not, like, the wolves, or it's not, like, someone, like, super dangerous. So, I don't know, it just seems like he was, I don't know, I felt a little bit underwhelmed by that scene. Like, he's saying this to this person that isn't dangerous at all, so it kind of loses some of its, like, impact. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I always thought he was talking to Carter, so I was just excited that he was just being so badass in the trailer. But yeah, it wasn't that exciting. The most exciting part was when he like whispered to him, "I would have." What did he say? I would have had lookouts. I was like, "Oh my God, why are you so sexy, Rick?"
I know, that was good.
But the rest of it, yeah, whatever. I've seen it too many times.
Yeah, I tend to do that. I do that too when I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm not feeling this part. What is he wearing? Is he wearing those boots? You know? Yeah, I'm sorry. I tend to zone out, and then I would have to like, okay, I have to replay it to be like, okay, I feel like I missed something. But yeah, I was the same way as you, Kay. Same way. Kind of underwhelmed.
Did you guys notice that they changed the order of the names in Michonne the second?
No,
There was no order?
I feel like it was Glenn, Daryl, Michonne, and then he changed it in the actual show to Glenn, Michonne, Daryl.
No, it was the same.
Oh, okay, someone said that. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I remember we had this chat before, and someone was like, maybe they'll change it in the show, and then Michonne will be right before Rick says "and me," but they didn't do that, so I was kind of disappointed.
I think they only did that so they don't want to be too obvious. But they
need to be obvious. Like, they need to stop being lazy with their writing and just make it like obvious. That's how I feel.
Okay.
They need to have all of those shippy moments.
Mm.
All of them. I want all of them.
You know what, I do too. But I figured right now is not a good time. And I'm like, this horde, right? This herd is making me very, very anxious for the group. I want them to be okay. I just want them to be okay. Alexandria wise, what's his face? The tall guy who was with, okay, it was Carter, Olivia, and it was like three other people, and and then Carter was trying to plot against Rick, while Eugene was poorly eavesdropping. Who was that tall dude that told Rick, yeah, he was planning on taking you down?
It was Tobin.
Tobin, okay.
Hold on. You mean the one that was like, he was the one talking about it? Trying to put himself out of it?
Yeah, he was
that was Spencer.
Yeah, it was Spencer.
Okay,
the tall one is Tobin, but Spencer was the one like, oh, that was all Carter.
Yes. Okay, see, I'm kind of liking Spencer, and I'm kind of liking Tobin. I'm kind of liking Tobin, but more Spencer than Tobin. So I'm like, okay, Spencer needs to be okay, like he needs to make it too, for the sake of.
They changed that from the comics, right? In the comics, it was Spencer who was trying to plot. So now Spencer could possibly be an ally to Team Family. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Ash?
I said I like Spencer. I don't know why. I think just because he's attractive.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, we've only seen him like twice. Like one time he was crying, and then the rest of the time.
I wanted to like those chairs, okay.
I just been waiting on Sasha, and I was like, you better get it.
Right. Yeah. Sasha's right now busy with Abe, man. Oh my God, Abe needs a hug. Something. Something. Laughing about maybe having brain in his ear. I was like, okay, dude, Sasha, you need to tell him, like, everything that you're going through, Abe is going through as well. I mean, everybody has some kind of level of post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, it is really, really bad. And the person that I'm looking at the most in all this is Carol. Everyone is like, oh, Carol this, Carol that, the queen of the zombie apocalypse and whatever. But I was like, you know what? Maybe this is her coping mechanism. And maybe she's going to crack. Like, how two-faced can you be? Like, you just nearly stumbled with Rick when you even tried lying to him. I mean, come on. Like, oh yeah, you and Daryl taught me to shoot or something, and Rick gave her that look like, come on, you don't know who you're talking to? I'm not an Alexandrian. It was just that's who I'm actually looking at as the one who's maybe cracking or something bad is gonna happen. But I
Hmm.
just I just think like it's if there's anyone that people need to be looking at, it's really Carol. And I know I keep saying this in every single chat group, every time we talk about it, but I still firmly believe that that's who they need to be watching out for. And I mean, it's not like watch her every move. It was just like Morgan bringing it out. He's like, you're just watching everyone, and it's like you're like aware of, but I don't know. Just I don't know. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I have a cold.
I really like that scene with her and Morgan. I thought that was hilarious. Called her out.
I'm sorry, you broke up there. What was that again?
Oh, what's happening to the audio? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I said, what did I say? Oh, the scene with Carol and Morgan, I thought that was really hilarious. How she just kind of didn't know how to play that. And he read her like a book. Like, she's like, oh,
Mhm.
that's so sweet. I'm going to go now.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, it's funny.
Okay, I've got a comment from YouTube. It says, from Simple4321, I don't think that Michonne or Morgan were passing judgment on Rick for killing Carter. I took it as both acknowledging that this is how things are now, and I guess neither one likes it.
Okay. I thought that. I was just really worried that Morgan just seems on a completely different level from Rick, and I was like, oh, please get there. Please be equal. But yeah, I don't know. I think I do have to watch. I do have to watch a couple scenes again, and I will. I don't know. I still really enjoy that black and white. If they had just made the whole damn thing black and white, I'll be good. I'd be good.
No, I wanted to see
No, no,
the
no.
color. I wanted to see Rick's blue eyes
Yes.
instead of the gray.
I really do like black and white, but you know, I also want to bring up the fact that how is it that they always manage to make Rick look sexy, so sexy when he's all in gunk and blood. Like, it's like how does he do that? Like what is this? What's going on here? It's like wow. It's like he has so much appeal.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's just him.
Yeah, probably right. Probably Andy Lincoln. That's all him.
Yeah. I'm sitting there looking at him with all these post-it notes, and I'm like, you are so fine. Why? Not fair.
I read, the Entertainment Weekly with Rick and Dara, Andy and Norman and Melissa on the cover. It was a part in the article where it says like he kept running back and forth to get in character, and my sister told me that Andy's a method actor. I had to look that up because I have no idea what that was. Like he becomes that person the minute the camera goes on. So I just thought like, wow, okay, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why he looks so sexy. Maybe it's really him as Rick playing Andy. But yeah.
Okay, we have another person join the chat room.
Yay!
Hey American, I see you got my message on Tumblr.
I was that. I had no idea how to pronounce that. I didn't realize it was American.
Yeah, American Copper.
Oh,
Copper.
me neither.
Okay. Hello, American. Okay, Copperhead. Okay. And it looks like we got a question from Vicky, and she wants to know, do you guys think Daryl might be on his way out?
Nope.
I can hope so. Just kidding. I'm fine with Daryl, but
No.
I want him to just get a storyline that's not him crying. I don't think so. No, I think he's around forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's their cash cow. They're not gonna get rid of him anytime soon. But I'm cool with him having like a back seat to like the action. Like I can't even remember what he did other than ride his motorcycle the whole episode. But I'm okay with that. He doesn't
Yep.
need to be like the
Really,
center of the
I need to hear
episode.
him. I need to. I do enjoy seeing Norman Darrell. I enjoy seeing him. I like looking at him. I don't like looking at his hair. I do think it's time that it needs to be cut. And hopefully maybe in 6B we'll get a little bit of that, considering it comes back on Valentine's Day. So I've been going crazy with all these ideas and how they're gonna, how they're gonna do that. But I do like to see him. I like to see Daryl.
Well, I mean, I think he is going to have like his own episode or something because we
Yeah.
saw from the trailer that he gets kidnapped. So I imagine like he'll have a Daryl centric episode.
Yeah, we'll see.
No. I mean, this is going to be what? Like the fourth Daryl-centered episode? Okay, let's start from the beginning. Let's start. We got Chupacabra. I can't even pronounce that right, but we got that one. Then we have, okay, that was season 2. Then season 3. We had anything from season 3? No. But then he had 2 in season 4. First with Beth and then with Carol. Okay,
That
so
was
that's that's right. That was season 5. I'm sorry. And then now he's probably gonna have another bottle episode. So what's that? 4 already?
Yeah.
You know what? You know who I really want to have a bottle episode, and I think that I know that she'll carry it. It's Michonne. If I can just have a bottle episode with her and maybe everyone as co-star, that would be great because I want to know. I still want to know what's going on with her. And it's like, when are we gonna get that? Are we gonna know her last name or what? Are we gonna know what her profession was? I mean, we know everybody else's profession. I mean, Daryl was following his brother's footsteps pretty much, and
Oh, hey, Tennille's back.
Hey guys.
What happened to you earlier?
What did you say?
I said, what happened to you earlier?
I live out in the country and
Okay.
connection is not great, so I got it going now. I'm good. I was all out in the street trying to get in, so I'm here. All right. So what are we talking about?
well, I was just talking about a backstory for Michonne. I wouldn't mind a backstory. I think it's high time we got that. We got a little tiny piece of it in season 4, and I still feel unfulfilled. I'm feeling very greedy.
Yeah,
I
I
need to
think
know about her.
the only backstory we got last year was her talking about how she got the sword, and that was it. That is not enough.
Well, I watched
Yeah,
it.
even that was like some little tiny thing. It was just, oh God, I don't even want to talk about season 5. That was a train wreck.
To be honest, I wasn't happy with last night.
Uh-oh.
Really, Tennille? Come on, you must like that black and white.
It wasn't that. Can y'all please explain to me? And I was reading the things on Tumblr. I really didn't like that interaction with Rick and Jesse. I still feel like he was being thirsty. I'm sorry.
No. I don't think it was thirsty at all. You have to watch it again. Because,
Okay.
you know what?
No. I'm never watching that scene again.
No, don't watch
it's fast forward for me.
Okay, well, maybe but there was someone who brought it up. someone brought it up. Like, someone really brought it up that it was actually Rick who ended it. Like, whatever it wasn't nothing, but he was like, stepping
I
back.
guess the idea is it's like, is he protesting too much, maybe? Like, they're going with, like, oh, like, I gotta stay away, and yet we just keep bumping into each other. But I think they're doing this, like, will they, won't they thing with them. So,
Right.
so
I
that's
think that's
maybe
really
that's
disgusting.
why
If that's what they're doing.
you feel that he's being, like, he's not being into her, but, like, they're still trying to show that there's some kind of connection there.
I didn't like her when it was in black and white, and he was looking across over at her. They trying to make her look sexy with the hair all in her face. I was like, really, really.
But you guys gotta
That is her entire point. Her existence is just to be the love interest. So that's why all of her scenes are just going to be like that.
She's just a speck. Can we say speck? Because I don't see her as a love interest or potential love interest, you guys. I mean, like, to be someone's love interest, you need to be all up in the, like, up under them, like, to get to know them. And
yeah, but that's all she does. Her only scenes are with him, are all up under him. That is the problem. Like, apparently she had a discussion with Rosita, but instead of seeing that, we got to see her with Rick again. So it's like, they're setting it up, and even though in the conversation Rick is like, yeah, I'm going to stay away and whatever, the fact that they're just having scenes together is all that they need to, set her up as a love interest, which sucks, but that's the way it is, I think.
He's not a love interest.
I mean, let me tell you what my problem with it is. Whenever we get Richonne, what I don't like, they are going to really have to show me where Rick protests his love for Michonne, and it ain't always, well, Jesse denied him, so he had to go with Michonne. You know what I mean? I don't like the way that they are setting this up. I don't like it. That's what I got out of it. Like, he got shot down, you know what I'm saying? So that's why he ain't going that route. If she would allow him to, he would.
Oh.
That's what I got out of it.
I'm going to have to disagree with you.
Please disagree with me. I want you to talk me off the ledge because I was really in my feelings.
No, because like I said earlier, like I said, I'm sorry, Ash, hold on. Like I said earlier, she was talking about herself in that whole conversation. It started off with Ron, and then it was her. It was all about her. While he was talking about the group, as in everyone in Alexandria, it was her. Her this, her that. Rosita's teaching me how to shoot. How you know if it's just her that Rosita's going to teach how to shoot? I said that's BS. I think it's a group thing that everyone has to be taught how to properly use a firearm. I'm sorry, it's not it's a waste of time if it's one-on-one. That's how I saw it. So it was a complete disregard about everyone in the Alexandria, and it was just about her. That's how I read the scene, and that's where I'm going with that.
Well, we got another comment from 4321, and this person, she says, what do you guys think about how they're trying to make Jessie look like a badass when she was talking to Rick?
She wasn't a badass. She was just talking about herself.
I missed that part.
I think the operative word is trying. Trying to be like, oh, I'm strong. I don't need you. I can do this all on my own. But then we'll see her, like, we know that she's gonna like become the damsel, and he's gonna have to rescue her or whatever.
Right. I have a feeling. I say the same thing.
You see that? I'm sorry. I'm getting so excited. Copper just said exactly what I said earlier. Like, did she even thank him for saving her son's life? Nope, because she was talking about herself.
I don't think that's that part.
What was that, Ash?
I don't think she knows that part. Ron told her that Rick was being rough with him, I guess, but I don't think he told him that he saved him. Like, that was not. I don't think she would have acted like that if she had known. Which is also
right.
No, wasn't it like he wasn't supposed to be out there? Okay, no, okay. Everyone knew about the herd. How did they knew about the herd? Because Rick, Morgan, and Ron was there. I don't think Rick would omit the part that he just saved Ron's life.
Well, he
Because
didn't. He didn't see him show that.
well, of course we didn't. I'm assuming her. I don't think that he would just not mention that and then for her to think like, oh, you need to stop rough handling my son and I know how to defend myself. I'm just gonna learn how to shoot my gun and Rosita's gonna teach me how to use it. Blah 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 blah. It was a messy mess. It was a messy conversation.
Yeah, I just really didn't like the scene because they made it seem like she was shutting him down. And the first thing he said is, "I was planning to leave this alone." So I'm like, "Why are you talking?"
Yeah, just get your whatever you wanted and leave. He just had to just keep blabbermouthing like diarrhea of the mouth. Just get what you need and go. She didn't want to talk to you. That's what I'm saying. He was doing too much. I felt like it was just too much.
Especially because it was at the end. It was like, okay, so I have to leave with this.
For some people.
Who is Holly? Somebody tell me who is Holly? Who is Holly?
We talked about this before. We're like,
Holly in the comics
we
was
still haven't seen her.
Abe affair. Abe in the comics was having an affair with Holly while he was with Rosita. That's who Abe went with. But they remixed her character because Tara was talking about this Holly and last season, so I was under the impression that this Holly girl is, a lesbian or something. And because Tara was like trying to find out, what's the deal with this Holly person. And Abe at the construction site saved Francine. And in the comics,
who's taking Holly's place, right?
Yeah, he saved Holly in the comics, so it was like, how is it that they can remix that kind of whole story and then still manage to keep Jesse in the show? I mean, like, really? Yeah, I just don't understand that. It was like, okay, so this Holly, we don't have a face for her. We don't know what she looked like. However, I think we're gonna meet her soon enough. Because, okay. I mean, if I was Eugene, I would approach her, like, and, be all tactical and speak how we speak and be like, you left me at the gate, do whatever it is that you did. Where did you go? So I can peek on you guys or something. Just.
I have an idea who she might be.
Who?
Remember when when Negan had Holly killed or thrown out of the tower and they made it look like it was Andrea?
Right.
If Holly, obviously the tower's probably not going to be there, but if Holly is black and Negan's coming this year, I wonder if they'll do that to make Rick think that Michonne is dead.
Oh!
Well, I think they're already making sure.
Yeah, I know. That's supposed to happen here pretty soon, too, with him thinking that she's dead, but just... It's going around. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But
I don't think they do that twice, but that's just...
I hope not. Yeah.
You never
know. What they gonna do? Did we already talk about the protein bar? Did I miss that?
We kind of talked about it, but not really. Let's bring it up again.
The protein bar, I dang near fell out the couch. It was so funny to me. I was like, yes. I enjoyed
we
that.
just acknowledge that it did not look like she was eating a protein bar in that episode. It was like
chips.
I thought it was a granola bar or a chocolate bar or something. I know it was a protein bar.
Mention on something. I'm like, what's
well, I think that might just be a continuity issue. I think we are supposed to refer back to that scene where she was eating Morgan's food, whatever it was. I think that's what they were referring to.
Can of food. I thought it was a can of food that she was eating, but I honestly believe Rick was only at the protein bar. How else could he be so silent?
Why was he so silent during that convo?
Exactly. Like, I think he
I feel like he sold her out.
He was like, I told you not to eat that man food.
But like, okay, what I was thinking was, like, some people have been like getting all Michonne about her lying about it, like how she should have admitted that she ate his food. But I'm like, okay, so she ate one protein bar if she was the one that was eating it, and then this man comes into her house. She lets him stay with him, and then he's gonna get on her about one protein bar. Like, what kind of stuff is that?
How many months ago was that? How long ago was that, though?
Yeah, he needs to let it go.
I thought he was trying to be
Well,
funny.
in a zombie apocalypse, you don't have much food, so I guess he was like, hey.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Copper. I think Morgan was just playing with her. I think he was just having a little fun.
He was playing with her. He was. I don't know if they're trying to set up something with Morgan and Michonne, or they're just kind of alluding to the relationship in the comics. But yeah, he was playing with her, maybe even flirting with her. I don't know.
No, I don't think we should be shipping them.
Why are you gonna bring up this protein bar from like 9 months ago?
I'm telling
if
you,
you're not trying to like flirt or something.
I think it was
a long time ago. And then you gotta take it back to them being on that porch. Who was Michonne really looking at, though? We don't know.
Exactly. Oh, but wasn't that a nice scene to you?
It was a nice scene.
I love that
I
portion.
needed her to just say woo 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 or something, give me something. But she was just standing there. But that was okay. She was just in that moment.
That was the best. To me, that was the best part. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I think to this day, I was talking to my husband about it. Don't even ask me how many glasses of wine I drank either. Oh my God. But to me, I just love how she looked in that scene. I mean, she just I don't know. I don't know. I just like how she looked. So comfortable in her house. And we gotta remember, that is her house. That's her house.
Right. Queen House.
I could also see her in things being nice and neat and organized, telling Carl to pick up after himself. I can see all that. I can see that.
What did y'all think about Carter? Did y'all think he was gonna die even though we knew there were spoilers, but I really thought he was gonna go a couple of episodes, honestly. Carter.
Nope, he was talking too much.
Plotting against Team Family.
Yeah, I was surprised that he died in the one episode. Like, he's introduced and he's dead in the one episode.
And he's kind of a little big character too. He, for them to kill him off like that.
Has that happened before?
It probably has, but I can't think of it.
No, I'm just.
Is Maggie pregnant?
Oh, that's what oh my God, that's what I think.
Maggie's pregnant.
Yes,
She's pregnant.
I think so too, because Glenn and Maggie sitting on the couch and he said, Well, we didn't even bring that up. Yes, that was the question that I was looking for. It was one of the questions.
I'm sorry, you were broken out.
I tweeted. I said, "Oh, wait a minute. Is Glenn implying that Gleggy is pregnant? Because he didn't want her to go."
And she said that's not the only reason why you don't want me to go. Remember?
Right.
She did say that.
And it kind of hung in the air. it kind of did. It really, really did. They hung that in the air, like, and then you're like, oh my god, if she's pregnant, that'll be great. Little Herschel running around, mini Herschel, Herschel
No,
Jr. or something.
I kind of don't want her to be pregnant because I know what it means for doing, and I'm just scared. I mean, I want them to have a baby, but I don't.
Callie!
I think we know what comes with that if they go that route
Right.
with
What?
Glenn.
Lucille?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What route?
Hopefully they don't go that route.
No. He's fine.
Okay.
You didn't hear me earlier, but I just said earlier, I just want Team Family to be okay.
Yeah.
I don't want no one to die this season from Team Family, to be honest. Nobody.
Yeah, it was like they should have done it last season to brace us, for season 6. But when they all made it to Alexandria, I was like, okay, that's it. Team Family is it. This is the apocalypse. What, the 14? The apocalypse 15? But I just want them to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they could go the whole season without killing anybody from Team Family, and it would still be suspenseful and everything.
Yeah.
So who do y'all think would die from Team Family this season? What are y'all predictions of who will die?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, you broke up. What was the question?
I was saying, who do you guys, what's your prediction on if somebody does die from Team Family, who would it be? Who do y'all think it would be? I think it's going to be Tara. That's just me throwing it out there.
I think Abraham's gonna, based on the comics. I don't know.
I'm thinking Tara. She ain't got nothing going for her right now. So that's what I think.
Sarah going.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's
That's
friends
what I
with
think.
Alexandra Breckenridge, and she helped her get the job, so.
Oh, well, then she can go. Bye.
You go.
Oh, God.
I'm bitter.
See you later. Go with your friend.
What did y'all think about that whole controversy with Alexandra?
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Ooh.
She's a big baby.
Yes.
She's like a 5-year-old.
Why would she do a rant like that? Why?
Well, why would she blame the writers? Like, that's so ungrateful. They're the only reason anyone cares about you at all. Ugh.
She a trip. Does she not see the things that they say about, Melissa McBride, what they say about Denai Guerrera? Does she not read any of that stuff? Because Denai gets it really bad, So I'm like, why are you even commenting on it's a character, girl. It's a character, She's
And that's what
crazy.
she doesn't seem to understand. Like, we are talking about the character, and she's taking it personally.
Yeah,
Like,
Very personal.
differentiate
Yes, she
between.
is. Well, I just found out that she deleted those tweets earlier.
She did.
Yeah, but I screenshot them, so I have it. I know. I just think you need to own up to them. If you stand by something, keep it up. Let everyone know how you feel. Can someone ask Camille why she muted me? Why did you mute me?
I wanted that too, but I wasn't going to say nothing.
Right.
She like completely muted me. Like, okay, great. Am I talking too loud? Because if I am, just say that I am. Or if I'm too hoarse, because I am. I'm trying to like not say too much, because I am losing my voice because I have a cold. But I mean, like, damn, this woman just muted me, and I don't even know her.
Where did Kay go?
I don't know.
What's happening?
But no, I have those screenshots. I was very I looked at it myself. I was like, okay, here we have a 30-something-year-old woman who says that she's a woman. I mean, you're married and whatnot, so I mean, you pretty much know the way of the world, right? No. And you're going on Twitter to blast the fans, to blast the writers, and then to blast your character. So you're technically blasting Robert Kirkman, pretty much. You just blasted everybody that pretty much signs off on your paycheck. So
Right.
here we are with, you brought all this drama onto Twitter, and then you have your fans or followers, whoever they are, saying it's us that
Including
did
other cast
this.
members.
Yeah.
That is Richonne's. And I was like, no, that's not it at all. And then I had to respond to those tweets because I just thought they were ridiculous. However, she didn't respond to any of them, and I knew that she wouldn't. But I told her, I said, do you know the difference between actress, and the people that you portray on screen? It's like two different things. No one is making fun of you, the actress. They are talking about the character. There is a difference. And I was like, for example, the governor was a total douchebag, but David Morrissey is amazing. Just
And everybody loves him.
it's like you got to know the difference. And she took it personal. And I mean, who did they hire? She seems like a child.
I don't think they knew that until she was already there. Then they were kind of like, wow, this chick is out of control. And I think it also has to do with the fact, I really do think that she thought that she was going to stay around. And she's just throwing a hippie fit. I think it has a lot to do with that. Because if you look at her at the premiere, wasn't nobody checking for her. Nobody cared. So I really think she was in her fitness. And she still is.
Yeah, I think
That's
so too.
what I think.
I think that this might be like she thinks that she's really cool stuff, and she doesn't understand why we don't feel the same way. I wonder if it's the first time somebody just didn't dig her, and she's like, "But why? I'm so cool." It's like, nah, you're not.
Right.
And did you guys see at the premiere how Andrew Lincoln was acting next to her?
Yes, I saw it.
It looks like he was trying to get away from. Did you? Yeah, like when he like this, he was like all the way over here. I was like, I noticed that.
I think things had happened since those episodes had since they filmed. I think things has happened. I mean, granted, he did do an article like today or yesterday, but I think I don't know. I think he just doesn't want to associate himself with her. You know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't even say that. That came out wrong. I think she's very immature.
Right.
She has a lot of learning to do. She has a lot of learning and growth.
Come here.
I don't know. And I mean, you guys have to ask yourself this big question. As big as American Horror Story has become, I mean, and I don't know if you guys watch this, but I'm a big American Horror Story fan. I mean, from Haunted House to now with Hotel. And if you guys haven't seen Hotel, oh my God, okay. But you just have to ask yourself, why didn't they bring her back? And I mean, the same with True Blood. It's like maybe these people are seeing exactly on set, and they don't want to be around that because they're so focused on these filmings that it's like she's a distraction. Her behavior is a distraction. So I'm just gonna say that something happened between filming to the premiere to now, today, with her, for her to put everybody on blast on Twitter like that and then to take it down. So
Yeah.
They must have told her to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
They told her, yeah. I'm sure they had a talking with her at that premiere or whenever they talked to her. I know they did. For her to take that down because it had been up for weeks. And then all of a sudden after the premiere she took it down.
Yeah.
They probably did not take kindly to that. And Andy loves like the cast and everything, so he's probably like, eh.
It was really good. Good. Glad you guys had
From
fun.
what I heard, he didn't really like this art.
What happened? He didn't what?
I heard that he didn't really like the whole arc with Jesse and Rick the Creeper and going after a married woman kind of thing.
Kelly, would you rather have Popeye?
I agree.
Yeah, he might just be over.
He's campaigning for Richonne to happen. I think he's just like, just let me get through this so I can get to
Yeah. Because he let you know every 5 seconds, oh, I want Richonne. I want Richonne. That poor girl, Alexandria Pothane. How you feeling? How you doing?
Thank you, guys, for speaking your fair. Thank you. Good night. Love you guys.
I don't know.
What
Someone
was going on?
I don't know. Someone was saying that they love somebody. So
Yeah, I heard something.
Someone was having another conversation.
that's sweet. No, it is. I love that. You see, I'm a hopeless romantic. I guess maybe that's the whole thing about being an Aquarius. I mean, if I told you guys how I met my husband, it would be like, oh wow, that is like, oh, that's so sweet. But I'm like, I just feel like there have been a lot of, not a lot, but there have been some kind of negativity on Facebook and Tumblr regarding Rick and Michonne, and I read them, and then I'm thinking to myself, I guess I don't see what they're trying to see, because to me, season 6 is the season for them, and I'm like, I've been reading a lot of fan fiction. I've been so immersed in all these stories, and then I saw Vicky. You were on Facebook dressed up as Michonne. I was like, come on. She has so much. You cannot imagine. I mean, like, if you're on TweetDeck, you guys should have seen all the Richonne and Michonne stream that just kept popping up. And I'm trying to, like, retweet them all, but it's too fast. It was just amazing. I mean, it's like this woman has so much love, and it's like, why don't these freaking powers that be see this stuff? I mean, it's like it's just it's amazing, and it's overwhelming for me. However, when I see that on Tumblr, I don't skip a beat, because I just feel like it's gonna be them at the very end. I mean, Robert Kirkman said it. It's gonna be Rick, Michonne, and Carl, and he can't lie about something like that if he's gonna be blasting it to everybody, in the comics. So it's those three.
I'm sure so. I'm sure so.
Well, I guess for me, like, I believe that Richonne will be endgame, but for me, it matters how they get there. So, like if they've got to do this whole thing with Jesse, like, I can see why it would, like, negatively affect some people, and like, I understand how they feel, because I feel the same way.
I agree. I feel like where it is, it needs to be left alone. It doesn't need to go any further than where it is. I just hope that they don't go that route, because it is going to put a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, and then I keep thinking about something that Gail and Heard said when she's like, we don't need to do anything. Like, the fans will, like, just put it in there themselves. Like it's all fan fiction or whatever. I can't remember exactly what she said, but something about what she said bothered me because it feels like they are kind of doing like they're giving us just enough so that we can create stories in our head and like keep Richonne going, but they're not actually committing to doing Richonne. At least they haven't yet. So we'll just have to wait and see if they really do.
Well, there's so much waiting I could put up with.
If it don't happen this season, I'll probably be done with The Walking Dead, to be honest with y'all. I mean, I'm a fan, but don't play with my emotions like that because there's really nobody else. If you're going to kill Jesse, it's obvious to go with Rick and Michonne, right? So for me, if it don't happen this season and it goes somewhere left, I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to come back from that one because I will feel a certain kind of way, and the producers will really let me down.
They lied to us.
Yeah, it would really let me down. The faith in them will really let me down. It will make me think very differently of them.
What did you guys think about Andy's comment about Rick being lighter in the next half?
That is very exciting, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Oh, wait, I didn't hear it. What was that?
No, I'm very excited about that because I think there's only one thing that's going to make him happy like that.
Right.
Hello.
We're not imagining this. This is happening. People act like we're making this stuff up in our heads, and we're not.
Right.
Yeah, we're delusional. Remember, we're delusional. They say we're delusional and crazy and all kind of stuff.
That's amazing because it seems so obvious to me. I'm like, I don't ship anybody. For you to not be able to see this, you're literally blind because it's right in your face.
Right.
Yeah.
And it trips me out when people be like, I don't see it. I don't see them liking each other like that. I'm like, really?
Right.
Brother and sister.
So what do you see?
She's the mammy.
I try not to talk about it at work. I try not to because I can already tell who they're in favor of just by the way that they're talking. But everyone at work, they know that I am a diehard Walking Dead fan. I mean, from the graphic novels to now. So it's like they know that these are my shows, and they know not to say it's just a TV show because it kind of infuriates me because I go into a whole tangent on where does TV shows and ideas come from if it wasn't for folklore and legends. You know, it's like damsels, there will always be damsels in distress. And then from the dawn of time, I mean, like, look at Eve. You know, it's just, technically Eve was a damsel in distress until that snake lied to her. So it was just, but it was just like, you just can't tell me that these are TV shows. So it's like, I know exactly what I'm seeing. My eyes are wide open. I tend to overanalyze these shows. I tend to dissect a scene, like, oh my god, I didn't see this, like, and I'm sure you guys haven't seen this, but you know, in the episode where Merle took Michonne, like they were heading back to the governor, and they were at the hotel, and he tied her up just so he could jumpstart the Caprice. If you notice the station wagon that the guy from Gotham was in, the young couple, in season 4, when Carol and Rick goes on this run for food and he banishes her, that station wagon, that very same exact station wagon was there at the hotel.
I didn't know that.
Right there. Wow. Yeah, the same one with the same camper on top, everything. And it was like, oh my god, the same couple was there at that hotel, probably hiding out because they got holed up because of the walkers that was around them. So it was like, so you cannot tell me that you can't see what's in front of you. It's like right there. You just need to open your eyes and look. And it just kind of infuriates me when they pull this whole brother and sister and lack of chemistry bullshit. It just really pisses me off.
Oh, yeah. I think they see it. I think they just do that to get on our nerves. I really think they do see it. Some of them have to, at least.
Yeah, it pisses them off, so they got to say whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know. Oh, and another thing too is like, you know how they're so determined on the whole brother and sister thing. I mean, you have Andy shipping it in Comic-Con a couple months ago, and they're still turning around saying, "No, I still don't see it. They're still brother and sister." Like, wow, you really have blinders on. It's like you really don't want to see what everyone else is finally able to
See.
see it. I mean, you know what? In the beginning, even my husband, he wasn't like, he's like, something is there, but I don't know what it is right now. However, what made him turn his eyes was what's happened, what's going on. When he caresses his arm, and when he caressed her arm and like her hand in comfort, it was him who pointed it out to me. You know, he's like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "Wait, what? What did I miss?" He saw it, and I didn't. So it was like, then he started like, "Oh, wait a minute, something is definitely going on with them." So it's like, maybe they just need, you know what? Maybe they need some intimacy before they can stop saying that they're brothers and sisters.
Yeah, they have to see that. They have to see Rick actually flirting. But I think he's been flirting with her. He's been doing it in like a playful way. He's been flirting, I think.
No, he has been.
Yeah. It must have been something else then. You know, he's been flirting with her.
You know, another thing too that people fail to realize is like how many times have Rick invaded Michonne's personal space? This man has no kind of regards for her personal space. You know, he is constantly in it. And I know you weren't here earlier, Tennille, but to me, I mean, granted, there wasn't words spoken between them, you know, in last night's episode. However, he kept looking for her. Like, in the room, he kept, like, there was a moment where he would, like, glanced her way or, like, looked to see, like, if she was near. And, I mean, even at the very end of the episode when the horn blasted and it was, like, it was them talking and he says home. It was like, yeah, they're attacking our home, like, but it was like it was those two. It was him and her. So it was like you cannot tell me otherwise. I'm ready.
I agree with you. I agree that there were times in the episode he was looking at her. You know, I think I want to ask you guys. What do you think is? I mean, everybody, a turning point for Richonne will be when Carl does have his eye shot out or whatever. But I mean, what do you think? Why they haven't seen it in each other yet? That there's some kind of attraction there yet?
Because I think it's all about survival right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's just focus on trying to get this all taken care of. It's been constantly go, 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 and I think they're doing that on purpose. I mean.
Right.
I mean, if the claimers didn't appear when they should, you know, when they did, those freaking claimers, you know, and they were out by the fire and they were talking.
All
right, I think that reminds me, I got another comment from somebody. They asked, so Simple 4321 asked, what do you all think is going to happen that will bring Rick and Michonne closer together this season? So do you think it'll be Morgan showing an interest or Carl losing an eye?
Could be both.
I think it's Carl getting shot.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say Carl.
Like, I thought that since season 4.
Yeah.
We got another comment. So, young Michonne says, to be honest, I get a little concerned when Andrew Lincoln and all the other cast members talk so openly about Michonne. Everybody's always so tight-lipped about what goes on The Walking Dead. I don't know where the rest of the comment is, but Let me see if I can find the rest of the comment. But what do you guys think?
You were mumble. What was it?
Yeah, can you repeat it again?
Sorry. She says, to be honest, I get a little concerned when Andrew Lincoln and all his other cast members talk so openly about Richonne. Everybody is always so tight-lipped about what goes on in The Walking Dead, and I don't see the rest of the comment. So let me find the rest of the comment. But
I
what do
don't
you
know.
guys think?
Maybe they're just tired
Hey,
of
what?
being so tight-lipped.
Yeah.
I think Denai is still very quiet and tight-lipped about it, as always. Andy just can't help himself because this Jesse thing is bullshit, and he's ready to get to the good part.
Well, I think Denai is quiet because she doesn't want to be crucified by the hateful fans that doesn't like her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
I
just
would
my.
like to hear her say a little bit more about Richonne, though.
I thought you wanted to
You
watch it.
know.
Well, I do too, but I don't know. I think she would. I think she would get, those.
I didn't know you could try to do something.
Some of these fans can be so hateful and so
Yeah.
mean. It's just, it's like I feel like
If she said anything, someone would find something to say about her.
Deny, but it's like it's like I want to protect her. I'm fangirling, maybe a little crush, I don't know, but it's like it's like I haven't seen anybody as strong and beautiful and so intellect, like just in so long on the screen. I mean, someone please tell me who else out there that can actually have a conversation and be so like I don't know. She's a genius.
She's awesome.
I mean, the playwright. She has awards. I mean, she knows how to talk to people when she knows that they're being an idiot.
Right.
Talking Dead. Let's all remember that episode here for a minute. Last season, shall we? She's like rocking that red jumpsuit and she's like hitting all those answers for him, and it was like, and still couldn't like get some kind of reaction from her. So it was just, like, oh my goodness. Even on the View too.
I found the whole comment. Sorry.
Okay.
She says, everybody is always so tight-lipped about what goes on in The Walking Dead, but Andrew is so open about it. It kind of makes me feel like it's not going to happen, but I'm holding out hope.
Oh.
I think Andy's the only one that can be open about it, because are they going to fire him? No.
No.
He's been told to shut up before.
Right, and he didn't.
Well, I could just imagine their read-throughs. They're sitting around going over they're going over their script.
Mm-hmm.
I could just imagine that. Like they're, not only are they going through to see, okay, do they make it through the very end of the episode, but I also see like who's gonna get intimate, what's going on here, who's flirting with who. I think they're looking for that as well. And I think that he's campaigning for it because he knows what the fan wants, and he's very fan-centric.
But he also knows what's best for his character, and I literally cannot see anyone else on that cast that would fit with Rick after Jesse dies. So I
Right.
can see how it can't happen. Like they'd have to work really hard to make this not happen.
But I mean, they could just keep on the same status quo and just keep them in scenes together, but not make them necessarily romantic.
Oh,
That's what I'm afraid of. I think, like, I feel in my heart that Richonne is going to happen, but I just don't know that it'll be this season or that it won't be the last season. And I can easily see them just keeping the status quo. And that's what I'm afraid of.
Dragging it out.
Yeah.
If they do that, they're going to lose people.
Yeah. Me.
They'll lose me.
That's what I say. I'm out. After this season, I'm out.
Well,
if I don't get a kiss by the season finale, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I can. When I lose interest in a show, like they stop giving me what I want. I was done. A good example was CSI. CSI, when they killed Warwick Brown, I was done. I was like done. Just, but Camille said, and I didn't know this, that they gave her so much flack for her nun comment. Did they really?
True.
I mean, because she was 100%. When Denai said that she was a nun, she was a nun and she doesn't get any nun, like she doesn't get none. I mean, I agree with what her comment said, like 100%. However, I didn't know that people were giving her so much beef about it. I didn't know that.
Who did?
I didn't know that either. It's not a big
No,
deal.
there's in the group chat. Camille wrote
In group chat.
Yeah, I have a group chat open. Vicky has her snake around her neck. Hey, snake.
I know. I was like, ooh.
My husband dropped her off to me and then walked away, and I didn't know what to do. She's babysit. I'm like,
In the group chat, it's like right above Copper's comment. That's a cool name. Nice.
mm-hmm.
Which is a cool name. That's a cool name, Vicky. But Camille said, but she caught so much flack for the non-comment, even though she was 100% right. There are all kind of affection being thrown everywhere, but not at her. And I agree with that. But I didn't know that people were giving her so much beef over that comment when it's so true. It's true.
Yeah, who gave her flack for that comment?
I'm sure people that actually.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
But it's just, that would be really disgusting if they do that.
I really don't think they will, though. I feel really good about this. I don't know why, because Jesse's still alive, but I feel really good about it.
Nah, she did.
Yeah, I know.
I've never shipped anything before, so I may be just naive, but I feel good about it too. Like, everything seems to be lining up the way it's supposed to in the comics. So, and Rick's taken off. It just seems to be going the way it did. So.
Well, and this is the first year that they've got Denai and Andy. Denai and Andy having shoots together, photo shoots together, promoting them together. They haven't done that before. Just now. They did that at Comic-Con, and they just kind of did it in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to think that means something. He didn't get a lot of photos taken with Jesse, that's for sure.
Jesse was a selfie.
She was taking
who was that? Some
guy in a brown suit. Some guy in a brown suit she was posing with.
Her husband.
Oh, that was her husband?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I was like, oh, okay. But
yeah, I don't know. I watched it, but it was very interesting. It was good. I wanted to be there so bad. But it's just, I don't know. I just want to win at least one Walking Dead sweepstakes. For the love of God.
Well, did you do the one for where you get to stay in Alexandria over for a day or whatever?
Yeah,
I thought about that one.
I got Walker scratching the walls.
They did that, but let somebody bust up in my room as a walker. You know what's black folks refluxes? You didn't got punched. I'm saying. Don't play like that.
Or they just sit at the window and watch you all night. They don't try to come in, but they just stand at the window and walk your makeup and look at you.
Right? Yeah.
No thanks.
That is so creepy.
That'd still be cool. I didn't really get so heavily involved in Halloween until my daughters got really interested in it, and so I bought decorations, and I'm still trying to get my husband to do some kind of costuming together. But her daughters are gonna be like little witches, and So I asked my 7-year-old, I was like, "Are you sure you want to be a witch?" And she's like, "Yeah, but can you like make it really gory, like a walker?" So
That's awesome.
I was like, "Yes, absolutely." I've been researching makeup, like how to apply bites on her shoulder, and go from there.
Okay, I just wanted to share this gif of that scene with them on the porch.
Mhm. Yes.
And the one, like, to me when I first watched it, like, it looked like Rick was looking at Michonne, and I just loved this look. But now I'm not sure if he really was looking at her, so I wondered what you guys thought.
I think he's looking at Morgan
I
holding.
thought he was looking at Morgan. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he knew Michonne was there.
Right.
Does Judith think she's getting darker?
I definitely thought so in that promo pic where Carol's holding her. I
Yeah.
was like, I got a tan.
But she is cute though.
He's very cute.
Yeah.
No, she's very
What
cute.
y'all think about Heath and his wig?
I like Heath. I don't like his hair, but I like Heath.
Yes. Yes. I don't know. I mean, they don't have to keep everything so authentic
Right.
and have a problem with the hairstyle. So it was just like, you know what? Introduce yourself as Heath without the hair. We're good. We are
Yeah.
good.
Because I was like, what's going on with them kitchens in the back? Them ain't twisted up in the back. It looked like it's shaved in the back, supposedly shaved or something.
Right.
I was like...
For real, yes. It's just, no, I don't think they should have added that wig on his head, honestly.
Black hair is not their forte.
What is it supposed to be, dreadlocks or box braids? I'm just asking.
I thought it was I guess it's I don't know.
Is it both?
Oh my God.
I guess it's a combination.
So, what do you think of Soniqua's husband, though? I didn't know that he was so good looking.
Yes, he's handsome.
Yes. What was his name? Scott? He played Scott?
Scott.
Oh, okay. I know who Scott is, but in the comics, doesn't he die? Don't he get bites?
Yeah.
Isn't it
He
Scott
does get
going
bit.
on these runs?
I think he gets bit. Yeah.
Okay. But he's
And
the
I think
wow.
we saw in the trailer that like he was injured or something.
Uh-huh.
So I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
Is he gonna see? I wonder if he's gonna have any lines.
Well, if he does, that means he's probably gonna
No
die.
shade. No shade. Just saying.
He's still alive in the comic, isn't he? Isn't he still alive?
Oh, he dies. Scott.
What? When?
Heath dies?
He dies?
I think
He dies.
he loses his
He don't
leg.
live long.
Oh, I thought he was still alive.
Yeah.
No,
He
it's
died.
no. I know there was Scott and Heath that went out on these runs, right? I know Heath had a partner, and one of them got bit, and Denise started dating Heath, but she died. You know, the doctor.
How did she
Yeah,
die?
she does die. She gets bitten by Holly. She thinks Holly.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she gets bitten by Holly.
Yeah, and the All Out War. Yeah, the war when it had just started, and man, Negan is so slick. Oh my God, it's like
I can't wait to know who's gonna play Negan. Who's gonna play him?
I think it's so hush hush right now because he's like the pivotal bad guy.
Yes, there's none like him. None
You
like
know, I'm
him.
still hopeful that it be Kevin Durant. I'm still hopeful, but I know it's not because he has the Strain, and Strain is really good. It's a good show. So, but what do you guys think of Jesus? You know, this guy. I saw him in a movie. I saw him in a movie, but I forgot the name of it. But what do you guys think of the dude that's playing Jesus?
Can I just say one thing? I thought that he was Hispanic. I didn't know he was white.
He is Hispanic. They messed up.
Okay, so we on the same page. Okay,
Yeah, Jesus is white.
I thought he looked Hispanic to me in the
I
comic
think
book.
he's
I mean, he
white.
was drawing, but that's just what I thought.
Ah, now I gotta look that up.
I don't like who they casted. He looked a little thin.
He looks tiny. I'm like,
yeah, okay. He's tiny. I'm like,
Jesus was thin. He was thin because he was like,
he's like
stealthy. He's stealthy.
He was thin, but he just looked kind of like a little buff and tall to me. This dude looked like he like 5 foot. Just saying. I don't like who they cast.
Once you get into makeup, you know, put some those little tracks in and put it in a man bun.
And his track wasn't on point either. His hair looked like it was sewed into that bonnet. It did. It looked like it was sewed into that bonnet. I'm just funny about hair, y'all. You gonna do a wig, get it right.
Right. You're right. No, you're right.
He's white. I was wrong. Jesus is white.
Oh, he is white?
He is white.
They could have cast him as Hispanic.
Yeah, they could.
Always use more diversity.
Yep. I think that Jesus throws me off because I keep wanting to call him Jesus, but I know that's not.
Me too. Right. And I called him Jesus. In the comic, I was like, Jesus. You know, that's what I thought. So I thought he was Hispanic.
Sorry.
I feel bad.
How do you think they're going to introduce Denise?
Introduce who?
How do you think they're going to introduce Denise?
I guess we'll find out in the next episode.
Yeah.
Somebody got bit, it looks like, so that's probably how.
That's what's his name's lover. Aaron's lover. That's him.
Eric?
Eric?
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Right, that was bringing in.
What is Eric doing out there with a sprained ankle, though? That's.
What happened?
Wait a minute. I could have swore I saw Andrew West on Minority Report just now, but I could be wrong. You know, the one who played Garrett. I thought that was him on Minority Report. I'm watching Minority Report. I like the show, so, but I have it on mute with closed caption on. But yeah, I thought that was Garrett. You know, I wasn't sure. Like, it'll be kind of cool. Like, oh, look at that. You know. But I think Leggy is pregnant. I think the wolves is blasting the horn. I also think that the wolves isn't a big deal. I don't think it's a big group. I don't really think so. I think it's just these two guys just dicking around and, you know.
No, I think it's got to be more than just the two of them.
Yeah, because we see pictures surface with more people. It's more than just those two.
Really?
I don't. Pictures. And it would be so anticlimactic if it was just a small group, because like they've been building up the wolves as this huge enemy that they need to be afraid of for like the past like season and a half or whatever, half a season. So like for it to be just two people, that would be really anticlimactic.
No, it's like.
Well, I don't know. I just have my theories. I just think like Like I don't know why they even bother introducing the wolves. To be quite honest, I mean, why not just introduce the saviors and just be done with it? I mean, I got a phone call the other day from Virginia.
A
Tell
prank
me
call?
about my crops, or well, I took it wrong. I thought it was a crank call from this pervert. And I was like, I'm gonna touch my crotch, and I'm gonna take it. It was just so messed up. But then I had to listen to it over and over again, and I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna call that number. So I called the number, and it was a recording, and it was like, the Saviors is coming for you. And then I was like, oh shit, it's.
But how did they get your number? And how did they
Yeah.
know that you're a Walking Dead fan?
A couple of weeks ago, they did a promotion before the game came out. The Walking Dead game came out that you could play through the Android store, but in order to be kept up on what's going on as far as the virus and whatnot, Woodbury is burning. There was a number to call, and if you want to get any updates, you give them, a short number, and that's how that's where it led off to.
Oh, okay, I see.
That was awesome.
It really was. But my first time, I thought it was a pervert. So.
Is anyone else playing
Oh my God,
the Walking Dead Road to Survival game?
That's Garrett. Garrett is on Minority Report. It is him. Oh my God.
Okay.
Was gonna download it, but I haven't actually done it yet. Is it good? Have you done it? Have you played it?
Sorry. Copperhead said she's playing it. Yeah, I'm playing it a lot because I want to get Rick and I want to get Michonne, and I think once I get them, I will stop playing. But at the moment, I'm just kind of like, I've got to build up, I've got to level up, I've got to grind, I got to do it. I've been on it a lot. It's really bad.
What have you been on?
The Walking Dead Road to Survival.
Oh, okay, yeah, me too. That's okay. We're okay. We're fans. We're fans. It's like, you see how I'm justifying our. You know what? You can be fan obsessed, and that's okay. But you cannot be obsessive fans, where you're hounding an actor and actress. Like some of these people that I've seen on Twitter, I was like, oh my God, are they healthy? Do they know that these people are actually human beings and not the characters that they play on these shows? And it's kind of scary. I mean, like, Norman had to, he's moving.
Yep.
He has to move. It's like, yes, wow. It's okay to be fan obsessed. It's great, but to be an obsessive fan is completely different. It's kind of scary. It's scary. But, so those are the ones you have to be worried about. So Kay, you're okay. You're fine.
Thank you. And if I ever do go crazy, please feel free to stop me.
Call you out on it?
Yeah, call me out on it.
Yeah. But I think we're great. I think the Richonners are awesome.
We are.
Especially on Twitter or Tumblr, even on Facebook. It's like, I'm like, you have to tell me when someone is getting out of line on Facebook so I can go there and just reply. Yeah, because they feel like they have to put us under the bus because we're like, I don't, we're just. It's like, because we know the difference. It's like, we know. But they always want to throw us under the bus for everybody else's problems, other fans' problems, their ship not going the way that it is. Oh, it's the Richonner's fault. oh, this actress is being a baby. It's Richonne's fault. It's like, shut up already. We have nothing to do with you guys' problems. Oh.
Yeah, everybody like that. They just go and ignore and block them.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in responding because they're never going to see things your way. Even when you try to like rationally talk to them, they just don't want to see it or hear it or whatever. So I don't bother engaging.
That's right.
Okay, so I also want to bring up Ashley in the conversation. I want to give you like 2 thumbs up and a high five for being so amazingly amazing on Twitter a couple hours ago. I know I shouted out to you on Tumblr,
Yes.
and for some reason I can't get on Twitter on my computer for some reason to give you a shout out there, but I mean, I don't know if you guys seen it, but I mean, Ashley and 3 other people just call Chris Hardwick out, and he
What?
just yeah.
What
And
happened? Yeah, give me the tea.
go ahead, Ashley, tell them.
Well, somebody started it off last night. I guess it just said like, "You're an idiot when it comes to Michonne," and we don't know why. And I just responded because he told the person that they were I can't remember what he said, but he basically said they were crazy. And I'm like, I'm just letting you know other Michonne fans feel this way. You seem dismissive of her unless she's being like a samurai. And he responded like 8 times talking about how much he loved Michonne, and
Putting him on the defensive.
he got really defensive. He's like, you guys are just inventing things because you want to, and I think Michonne's one of the best characters on TV. And I'm like, well, you don't show that at all. So if you like her, then please feel free to show it as much as you gush over Carol. And he's like, yes, ma'am, I'll be sure to do that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like he likes her, but he only likes her when she's being like badass, and like he doesn't care about her outside of that. Like he doesn't care about her being an emotional woman who could be desirable or whatever. But
Right. Because he doesn't see her as that. He doesn't see
her as a samurai with a sword, and that's cool. And when she starts being like a woman and emotional and vulnerable, he's like, what is this? Why do you trust Aaron? Why are you like this? And I'm like, you're a dumbass.
Sorry guys, I've gotta go. I gotta get going. Yeah, I've gotta work, so we're gonna have to end our chat now. But do you want to do you want to make this a regular weekly thing, or we can talk about it on Tumblr, I guess.
Okay.
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 All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming. It was a blast talking to you.
Bye.
All right, see you guys.